Alright folks, I did record 2 other videos I was going to upload, but seeing as the news that I just got today is pretty bad, I'm not even going to try and post those, so I'll just fill you in what it was. I'm going to make this one short and sweet as possible for you guys so you don't get too bored and click off if you haven't already. Updates with the cars. The Mercury here, I cleaned the points on a distributor, and I compression tested it just now, and you know, the compression's good, points are clean, but it's still misfiring. It's still, you know, last night when I test drove it, it overheated. It's running on like 5 cylinders, maybe 6. I don't think so though. Probably 4 or 5 cylinders. And the low oil, you know, the low oil pressure light is on at idle under load. So I was just at a shop that a friend of mine works at today, and I asked one of the senior techs there if they had any advice here, and they said with these 400s and 351 Cleveland, you know, M big block motors, the camshafts were really harsh in them, and they clunk around. And they essentially, I'm gonna need to take this engine out. Long story short, I'm gonna take it out. Got to rebuild it. I got to put new cam, crank, oil pump, valves, all that shit in here because it's all fucked up now. And he basically said that if I drive it anymore, I might screw it up even more and make my work harder down the line. So I think I'm going to have to park it. Obviously, I'm going to start it up every once in a while, not drive it or anything, but just to keep the mice off of it and keep it up so it doesn't get eaten up like it did last year. But that's the update with what's going on with the Mercury. I'm pretty disappointed about this, guys, because it seemed like the problem was fixed, but, you know, last night I drove it. It was about 80 degrees, overheated, ran off of, you know, was missing like a bitch, and the oil light came on, and we can't have that. So, you know, clearly there's problems with it, and I'm gonna have to get it fixed before I drive it. That's what's going on with the Mercury. I don't know I'm gonna be able to pull this engine. I don't have a cherry picker. I'm gonna have to rent one or buy one or something, borrow one. And if I do that, the engine's going to be sitting here on an engine stand, and the car's going to be sitting here without an engine, unable to move. It's just going to be a nightmare. I didn't want to have to do this in the summertime, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. I really don't know, but I'll update you as soon as I hear it. As far as the Oldsmobile goes, the EGR gasket that I tried to put in was not successful. I didn't even try because it wasn't going to be successful. I was able to get it to start up, run off starting fluid, and use propane to check for vacuum leak. And I found that the cylinder, I don't know what GM's pattern is, but the the 2 cylinders closest to the driver are leaking on the intake manifold gasket. So, and it's definitely the intake manifold gasket. I pinched off vacuum lines, I blocked them off, I made sure that it was a controlled test, and the intake gasket is bad. The problem with that is that if I take that intake manifold off and break a bunch of stuff, they don't make replacements for all that. So it's going to end up being broken forever. So I'm going to end up doing the intake manifold on this car at some point. It won't be able to be done in the shop because it's sitting right here. And it doesn't run enough, like at all, to be able to move it. So I figure if I screw it up and break some sensors that I can't replace, or some harnesses that I can't replace, they're all crusty from the fire, then it wasn't going to be of much use to me anyway because it's just sitting here like it is now. So if I screw it up and I I have to, you know, can't get new parts for it or anything, then it's going to be just as useless then as it is right now. So no harm done, I suppose you could say it like that. That's really all I've got going on here. I'm going to probably get to this at some point this weekend. I'm going to try to. I don't know. It's going to be quite the job. But yeah, I'm going to get to that. I don't know what's going to happen with the Mercury. The engine's going to have to come out. Yeah, that's what's going on here. So I'll see you probably when I make the video about the old intake. I don't really have anything else going on. I was gonna go to an auction this weekend and maybe get a car or two, but the car I had my eye on, the engine seized up, so I probably won't even be going up to that anymore. So that's out the door, you know, that's out the window, that plan's gone. I don't have the money yet for another vehicle. I'm in the process of getting the money for another vehicle, but as of right now, I gotta get that Olds running and I gotta figure out what to do with this. Anyway, that's what's been happening here. Hopefully I can figure out what I'm doing with my life here and get her done. See you in the next one.